Hi, everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Bianca Boudreau. I'm the Director of Education for Kemon North America. And today I'm going to bring you all the things that you need to know about the Lunex system. So let's dive in. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. All right. So, what's on the agenda for today is we're going to talk about who we are as a company, an overview of all the other brands that we carry, our Lunex system, and then at the end, we're going to go over our education pathway and some of the other classes that we have to offer. And after that, we will tell you how to contact us if you need. So, let's get started. I have a great video for you.
Seen the righteous forsaken. Seen the righteous
I absolutely love that video. This was from the Cayman Hair Show in Madrid, Spain, in October of 2024. And it showcased our new artistic director, Angelo Seminara, who is absolutely brilliant. This show was absolutely incredible. It had so much inspiration to it. And I'm really excited to bring forth this video for you guys so you can see some of the other things that Cayman has to offer and that Cayman is doing in some of the other countries. And I think that here in the US, we haven't really seen much of that. And so I'm excited to bring that to you guys. So not only did this video showcase Angelo Seminara, but also our Madrid hair team, which is the Sierra hair team. And also our CEO is Francesca Nocentini. And so it was just such a great video, and I'm so glad to be able to share that with you. So we're going to talk about who we are as a company. So this is now post World War II Italy, and Partino and Amalia Nocentini, who founded the company, really found themselves not only having to rebuild their careers, but also their family life. And so this they thought was the perfect opportunity for them to fulfill their dream of creating a company that not only valued their employees, valued the earth, were green and clean and sustainable, but still created products that could perform on the professional level. And I just think that they are such innovators of this industry because way back in 1959, they had set out to create this type of a company, and sustainability was not at the forefront of people's thoughts. And being green and clean was not really a trend. And so I just feel like they really created this movement and were the forefront of the green and clean movement. And I'm really proud to stand behind a company that headed that. So, some of the values that we stand behind are true visionary beauty. We're staying true and authentic to not only our manufacturing practices, but also our formulas and our education. And again, I said we're true innovators of this industry by creating innovative technologies, creative education. We are also bringing trend reports of what's going on in fashion to our education because it's so important to stay on top of what's trending in fashion because that's going to trickle into our industry. So we really want to stay up to date with what our clients are asking for. And then beauty. We are helping to support the beauty industry by giving green and clean products that really help support our consumer. So, some of our sustainability practices, this is one of the big things that we stand behind is sustainability. So, we have what's called a Cayman Open Lab. This is where we grow all of our own botanicals that we use inside of our products And we use them also in our patented Valiant complex and our Bond Creator complex. And so this organic farm is just steps away from our factory. And then in our factory, we run it off of 100% green energy and use reverse osmosis to purify the water and cool down the machinery, which results in zero water waste. And then we also pride ourselves on recyclable packaging. So we're always striving to create more eco-conscious packaging for all of our segments, whether it's made from recycled materials or innovative plant-based plastics. All of our efforts are to protect the planet, but also lessen our carbon footprint.
In November 2022, we started to pack our Kramer hair color range in recycled aluminum tubes, and we aim to extend this trend to all our hair color lines by 2024. Visionary and increasingly sustainable. Our color formulas are enriched with Valiant Complex, a patented blend of the extracts of 4 medicinal plants organically and locally grown in our open lab. 1 year of production will allow us to save energy equivalent to the yearly consumption of about 120 two-person households. Also, the use of recycled paper materials will enable us to preserve over 50 centennial oak trees. Our manufacturing plants has increased the efficiency of its filling lines within the frameworks of the Industry 4.0 concept. We have implemented environmental labeling for all our product lines to promote greater consumer knowledge and awareness of correct recycling practices. We strive every day for a sustainable future. Kemon, towards a green future.
So I really love that video because I feel like it showcases the efforts that we're putting in to be more sustainable and just kind of lessening our carbon footprint. And the other thing that I love about this so much is that it said back in 2022 we were able to preserve the equivalent energy of 122 person households. So as the years go on, as we are learning to get better at doing all of our sustainability efforts, those numbers are only going to climb and get better. And I'm just so happy to, again, be able to support a company that's really walking the walk and not just saying that they're doing all these things, but proving so. So let's talk about our partnerships and certifications. So we have been a corporate golden donor of the FAI, which is an Italian national trust since 2014. But in 2015, we were some of the founding members of a foundation. It's an archaeological arboretum. And this ancient orchard is rich in not only biodiversity, but it's in the city of Città di Castello. Their aim is not only to preserve the agricultural history, but also the architectural history of Città di Castello. And right now that they have been able to find over 400 rare fruit and tree species and help regrow them to give back to the ecosystem to really help preserve the history there. And I just think it's, again, so important to maintain that historical value, but also to give back to the future. And again, I'm just so proud. Oh, sorry, let's go back. I just skipped one. So I'm going to talk about our ISO certifications. So our ISO certifications is ISO stands for International Organization for Standardization. And this is a third party that comes in and really makes sure that you're up to the highest quality of standards in business. And this is extremely hard to get. And so we don't even just have one, we have 5. And those include percentage of natural and organic ingredients, health and safety, environmental management, good manufacturing practices, and quality management. So again, we are proving that we're holding ourselves to the highest level of the highest level of business that you possibly can. So now let's move on to our patents. So we have what's called the Velian complex. This is a synergistic blend of four different botanicals that provide not only antibacterial, antifungal, and anti-inflammatory, but also antioxidant action to both the hair and the scalp. And this is really important because this is not only in it's in every segment of anything that we carry here in Cayman, from our products to our color to our activators to our hair care. So it really is a very important complex that does a lot for the hair and the scalp. We're going to talk about that a little bit more in the coming slides. So now let's move on to our bond creator complex. So this is a plant-based complex designed to repair the disulfide bonds that get disrupted during a lightning service. And we'll also have a video to explain how that works as well. So we have our new Alcala complex. This is the next generation of hair color that comes from a unique blend of alkalizers and chelators that help remove any unwanted minerals that can affect the result of the hair color. So this is a really high-end innovative complex that it's patent pending right now. So we're gonna have a little video about the Velian complex. Awesome. I absolutely love that video. I think it's not only so beautiful, but just to be able to see all the products, I'm sorry, all the botanicals that are growing on the farm. So again, the Velian complex is our patented botanical blend of mullein, helichrysum, flax, and Dyer's chamomile. And here you can see that each one of these not only provides a soothing or calming, refreshing powers, but also the antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and antibacterial action for both the hair and the scalp. And so we use what's called plant synergy. And so we found that these botanicals are really potent and have really great qualities all on their own. But when used in combination together, it's really a powerhouse of a complex that really goes above and beyond. And again, we've found that this has such amazing powers that we have incorporated this in all of our color lines, activators, and hair care products. So now let's talk about the bond creator complex, and we're going to show a little video about what that does. Again, these videos are so powerful because they really just showcase why we have the products that we have, why we came up with them, and what they're doing for the hair. And the bond creator complex is something that you're going to hear throughout this presentation, and you'll see why it's so important for us to incorporate that into our products so that we can maintain the health of the hair at the very core of our values is to maintain the health of the hair, especially during the lightning service. So, one of the quotes that has been near and dear to me since I started working with Kemon is I've said the beautiful thing about Kemon is that there is something for every type of salon, stylist, and client. And in the next slide, you can see that we have a wide range of things in our portfolio to be able to cater to all the different demographics. So here we also have our Kramer color, which was made back in 1965. It's a easy to use traditional hair color, which consists of a permanent hair color and a demi. We have our Yo color system, which is our ammonia-free yogurt-based organic color. That has a permanent hair color, a demi-permanent, and also a colored conditioner. And then we have our Activa Coloro, which is our new line. This is 95% natural. It's a skincare based color that can also lift through cosmetic color, which also has a permanent and demi-permanent line. And then our Lunex system, which is what we're going to go over today. This is our lightning systems that has solutions that can lift anywhere from 1 to 2 levels of lift all the way to 9 levels of lift. And then last but not least, we have our Activa Care. This is a two-pronged segment that has a scalp care and a hair care segment that is all made with green and clean formulations and up to 96% natural, and it's a high-end segment. So again, we have all these things that can really cater to anybody out there. So let's dive into the Lunex range. So here you'll see some of our packaging. We have some of our products here showcased, and we're going to go through and just talk about the features and benefits. And then I'm going to go through each segment and tell you how to use it, what it does, and how to mix it. So some of the people ask, why do we need a system? And some of the what I like to say is that if you're into cutting hair, you can cut hair with one pair of scissors. You can do every haircut. But it makes it easier when you have other scissors that do different things, right? It just makes it easier. So the Lunex system was designed to not only build awareness and knowledge to the world of hair lightening, but its protective and advanced formulas allow safe and dependable lightening for every lightening need and the desired effect. So we have something that's going to fit every need of lightening for you to help maintain the health of the hair and give you the knowledge behind it to create the best desired result with the health of the hair at the forefront. So let's talk about some of our features and benefits. So we have targeting lightening products that respect the hair fiber, which we had just talked about. We have our Velian complex, which we said protects and nourishes the hair while providing antioxidant, antibacterial, and anti-inflammatory benefits. We have our bond creator complex that restores the damaged disulfide bonds, but it also rebuilds new ones and strengthens the hair structure. We also have hydrolyzed keratin. So what this does is it goes in and it wraps the hair almost like a protective film, making it super lustrous and soft to the touch. But it also repairs anything caused by previous cosmetic treatments and hydrates the hair to keep it healthy at the same time. So all these really great benefits to our lightening products. Okay, so we're going to talk about the natural contributing pigment and the levels of lift. And so many bleaching products on the market say that they can lift anywhere from 5 shades to 9 shades. But hairdressers, we know that we're not able to go from a level 2 to a level 10, right? So we want to explain why they're claiming that they can get all these shades of lift. And so you're going to see these two charts over here. We're going to see our color shades, and that's your black all the way to your blonde, and the color that's respectful to it. And then on the right, you're gonna see the levels of natural contributing pigment removal. So, when you look at these columns, you see that the natural contributing pigment removal does not start until about in between level 4. And then as you go up in that chart, you're going to notice that the blocks get smaller and smaller. And so there's multiple levels. Once you get to level 8, between 8 and 10, or I guess you should say, yeah, between 8 and 10, you have 5 levels of natural contributing pigment to remove. And the reason why that is that when you're lightening, your melanin that's responsible for those darker shades are really large. And so they're really easy to be removed. But as you get up to those lighter shades, you're going through your trichocydin and your pheomelanin. When you get up into the lighter shades, like your 8, 9, and 10, the pheomelanin is very, very small. And so it's also heavily concentrated. So it's a lot harder to remove, thus making it 5 levels of lift that you actually have to lift through just in those 3 color shades. And so that's what they're talking about when they're saying we can get all these shades of lift. And again, this is due to the fact, again, that the lighter shades and melanin and pheomelanin, the bleach has to break down is so much more concentrated than the eumelanin that's responsible in the darker shades. So now we're going to go through and talk about all of our products, going from the least amount of lift all the way to the heaviest amount to lift, and how to mix them. So we're going to talk about our Restore. Our Restore is our plant-based one-step bond builder. And so this product is ideal for helping to protect and maintain the hair fiber during a lightening service. It makes the hair stronger and more resistant to breakage, for also more radiant and conditioned. So this product is very simple to use. It keeps your texture right on par with what your mixing preference is. It helps protect the hair during the bleaching. It does not change the power or the processing time of your lightener. It helps create uniform lightening, can be used with any cream or powder bleach. Um, and let me move on to the next one. So I want to talk about how we're going to use this. So what we're going to do is where it's going to come in a bottle, and we're going to unscrew the cap and then put on the top feature that you saw over there. And so how we're going to mix this is, if you're taking a powder bleach, like our Decap Super, for example, your 20 grams of powder bleach is going to be mixed with 5 mLs of the Restore. So what that means is you're going to squeeze that bottle until the liquid fills to the top to 5 mLs, excuse me, and then you'll put that in each bowl of bleach that you mix. You only have to do 5 mLs to the amount of powder that's in there, not the full mixture of powder and developer. But what you want to do is you want to make sure that you mix the lightener and the developer first, so that can have the right reaction before you add the Restore, so it doesn't interrupt that action. So you're going to mix with ultra powder. You're also, because that's a powder, you also are going to do 5 mLs to 20 grams of the lightener. But if you have ultra cream, which is our paste, that's going to be mixed 40 grams to 5 mLs. So make sure that you're consulting this chart when figuring out how much Restore to add. And so the in vitro tests I find very, very interesting. So this is an in-house test that was performed by the research and development in Kemon. And so what they showed is that they took 2 bundles of hair, one with Restore, one without, and they lightened it and performed a lightening service 5 times over. And as you can see in this chart, there was almost 0% of breakage with the bleach that had the restore in it versus the breakage that happened with the restore without the bleach. So it really helps maintain that health of the hair and preserves the hair so there is no breakage or breakdown during the lightening service. So now we're going to move on to Lunex Light Fast. So Lunex Light Fast is a fast-acting leave-in lightening treatment. So this is one of my favorite products. This can lift anywhere from 1 to 2 levels on natural hair, but also up to 2 levels on color-treated hair as well. It's a ready-to-use product. It does not need any mixing. It's really simple and fast to perform this service. Um, it acts as a progressive but also personalized treatment. This quickly brings accents around the face or help to accentuate your haircut. It's perfect for lightening up color in specific area. And the results are brilliant, and it does not showcase any unwanted color changes or showcase any unwanted tones. So, how we're going to perform this service is we are going to take the bottle and put it into a bowl. Just a little bit of the mixture goes a long way. And you're going to take a sponge applicator brush. So, we like to call those our lollipops. They look like a sponge paintbrush. You're going to apply a light amount of that onto the brush. Make sure that it's not too much that it's dripping. You're going to apply it onto the hair however you see fit, as long as you're not doing too much saturation. Then you're going to take your flat iron, no higher than between 140 and 140 to 170 degrees, no higher than that. And then you're going to go in and you're going to softly flat iron that hair. It's about up to 4 times until the hair is dry. You can perform this service or this you can do this up to 2 times on the hair, and that's going to result in a beautiful up to 2 levels of lightening, no residual underlying pigment or natural contributing pigment, and it's just beautiful and soft and natural. I do this on myself a lot. It's one of my favorite things to do. However, this does come with some precautions. And so we do not want to use this product in contact with the scalp. We do not want to overly saturate the product because we're using heat. We do not want to apply it more than twice per section, and you cannot apply this on any hair that has had 30 volume or more, because we do not want to sensitize the hair. Again, the hair condition is at our forefront of maintaining. So any leftover product that you have also cannot go back in the bottle. So we have a lot of different videos on our YouTube channels and a lot of tutorials that showcase the lightning effect. I know I have that on my Instagram as well that I've shown. It's just beautiful. It's fast. It's a great thing to have in your back pocket when you just want to accentuate something. All right. So now we're going to go on to Lunex Light. So this is the same product, just a little bit slower action. It's not as instantaneous. So this product is a gel-like consistency. Again, it gives soft, subtle highlights up to 2 levels of lift and very natural result in the color. It doesn't expose any underlying tones. So this one is really easy to use as well. It's simple to mix. It does not act as a barrier to hair color at all. It helps remove any lines of demarcation or color uniformity. It restores color uniformity. It can lighten any buildup of hair color. So you can use this in multiple different ways, just as a soft, subtle lightening service, or as like a help to correct any unwanted lines, demarcations, buildup, anything like that. So how you're going to mix this is there's two different bottles. There's bottle number 1 to bottle number 2. So the average mixture is 30 grams of bottle number 1 to 2 parts of bottle number 2, which would be 60 grams. And you're just going to mix that until a smooth consistency. And the full processing time of this is anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes, depending on your service. So if you just want to lighten the natural base one level, your processing time can be 10 minutes. To lighten it 2 levels, you want to leave that on for the full 20 minutes. And this is on dry hair. If you're trying to lighten a color treated base a half a level, then it's 10 minutes. But if you want that full level, you're going to leave it on for the full 20 minutes. And this chart just shows you, again, what we just talked about, how many levels of lift you're going to get in the amount of time. So again, what is Lunex Light great for? It's great for hair that wants natural sun-streaked highlights. It's great to create dimensional effects on brunettes, redheads, anybody that wants just some soft, subtle dimension. Um, this is also can be a lightening service to prep the hair for a further lightening service to kind of help you get a little bit lighter. This also can be a pre-color treatment to help make the color uniform if there's any color buildup or lines of demarcation. And then it also can enhance the luster and tone in warm tones like reds, coppers, and golds. So again, these two products that we just talked about, the Lunex Light Fast and the Lunex Light, are really great products to have in your back pocket to be able to perform soft and subtle lightening with the control and without the time that it takes to have to lighten and then tone again. So this is why we created these products, for really added service and time. So now we're going to move on to our clay powder. Our clay powder is our clay-based powder bleach. This is great for balayage, freehand techniques, and can lighten up to 6 levels of lightening without using foil or other incubating tubes. This formula is also enriched with our bond creator complex, and it helps make the hair stronger and more resistant to breakage and really help keep it conditioned. So how a clay-based bleach works is it goes on, and as you apply it, once it starts to create a cast on the outside, and so it keeps the moisture on the inside, so it continues to lift without having to transfer on other hair. So that is the real great technology behind a clay-based bleach. So, the characteristics, this is ultimate precision and control. It's ideal for freehand. It's very natural looking results, maximum hair protection while lightening, and it's luminous, customizable highlights. So, how we're going to mix it is the mixing ratio can really be anywhere from 1 to 1 to 3, depending on your desired consistency. However, we found that the ideal ratio is 1 to 2. Anything in our Lunex system, we really encourage you to make sure that you are um, mixing and weighing your formulas to stay consistent and to keep the consistency of the product working the way that we say it's going to work. So you can utilize 10 and 20 volume, and this is going to provide really soft, subtle highlights. But for more than 2 to 3 levels of lift, we recommend using either a 30 or a 40 volume. The more lift that you want to achieve, the heavier your application of the product has to be. So once you apply it, just make sure that you're saturating it the proper way that you want for the lightening action that you want. You cannot go over it. So once it starts drying, you can't reapply it. So once it's done, it's done. And then we don't recommending adding Restore into this clay powder because it's already formulated with our BCC. We don't want the Restore to alter the texture of the drying power of the clay powder. So now we're going to move on to our Decap Super. This is our powder bleach that can also lift up to 6 levels of lift. So this is great using inside foils or with other tools. It's medium to medium intense color removal. It does not swell or cake. It has powerful lightening action with anti-yellow effects in it. It is odorless. You can use it again for any ideal creative hair color removal or lightening abilities. So with this Decap Super, we're going to suggest the mixing ratio of 1 to 1.5 to 1 to 2. And you can mix this anywhere with your typical 10 through 40 volume developer. And the full or the maximum processing time is going to be 60 minutes. So this table here indicates the level of lightning that you're going to get with each developer and the processing time it's going to take to get you there. So as you can see in this chart, your 10 and 20 volume is only going to get you about 5 to 5.5 levels of lift, anywhere between 50 and 60 minutes. Again, 60 minutes being our full processing time. But our 30 and 40 volume can get you a full 6 levels of lift in 30 to 40 minutes. I always think that those charts are really great for understanding how to choose your developer, how much time you have, and how much lightning that you have to achieve. So we have our ultra powder, which is another powder bleach. It's a super powerful bleach that can lift up to 9 levels of lift. This also has intense hair color removal. It is really soft and gentle in the lifting process and helps neutralize warmth. So even though it does have 9 levels of lift, it is very gentle and it does have a lot of gentle lifting actions. This also does not cake or swell. It has a very strong anti-yellow activity in it as well, high protection, and allows the hair perfectly to adhere to the foil. Again, ideal for any color removal service. So this mixing ratio, again, is going to be mixed anywhere from 1 to 1.5 to 1 to 2 with your typical 10 through 40 volume, just depending on how much time you have, how much lightning that you need to do, and so on. So this table will show you the levels of lightning that you can get here, the time, and then these are the developer choices. So your 10 volume in 60 minutes can get you about 7 levels of lift. Your 20 volume can give you about 8 levels of lift in 50 minutes. Your 30 and 40 volume can get you the 9 levels of lift in 30 to 40 minutes. So really this chart shows you, again, how much time it will take to get you where you want to be. Now for our Ultra Cream. This is our powerful cream bleach with 7 levels of lift that you can achieve. This is perfect for our on-scalp bleaching. And this also has intense color removal. So this is simple and quick to mix. It has powerful anti-yellow effects, uniform lightening. It's ideal for our on-scalp bleach. It's excellent and extremely gentle on the hair and the scalp. This one, we're gonna mix 1 part of Lunex Ultra Cream to 1 part of either 10 to 40 volume. For more, if you want to add more developer, we suggest within a ratio of 1 to 1.5 to change the texture of the mixture. However, the more developer is going to give you the more lightening effect, but you can absolutely mix it 1 to 1 or 1 to 1.5. So again, here you see the levels of levels of lifting that can happen, and this is the time. We're gonna get our 6 levels of lift in 60 minutes with our 10 volume, and our 7 levels of lift with our 30 and 40 volume in 30 to 40 minutes. Now for our ice toner shampoo. So this is our anti-yellow shampoo with our Bond Creator Complex added in. This is our anti-yellow shampoo that helps remove any unwanted tones that are in the hair. Can also be used on natural or cosmetically colored hair. It's up to 92% natural origin. So this not only cleanses and tones in just one step, but it helps neutralize any of that unwanted tones, but with maintaining the natural luster and avoiding its true purple, so it avoids giving that unwanted bluish tinges to it. So this is our processing times for our ice toner shampoo. This product is ready to use. There's no mixing necessary, and this is only going to be done at the sink in salon. You can wear protective gloves if you feel the need. So on natural hair, anything that is gray or white, your processing time can be anywhere from 1 to 5 minutes, just depending on how intense the yellow tone is on that natural white hair. If you have bleached or highlighted streaks anywhere between a level 8 and 9, we say the processing time can be up to 2 minutes. And then for bleached or highlighted streaks on a level 9 or 10, we just want to check that visually to make sure that we don't overtone the hair. So this is ideal on its own as a pre-tone, but also just to use on natural hair to just remove any of that unwanted yellow. So that was each segment that we have. So now let's go over and just touch on all the things of why we love the Lunex Lightning System and just recap everything that we talked about. So we love our Restore. That's our Bond Creator infused bond building additive. We have our Lunex Light Fast, which lifts anywhere from 1 to 2 levels and gives natural sun-kissed highlights. We have our Lunex Light, which is our oil-based gel texture lightener that can provide anywhere from 1 to 4 levels of lift. We have our clay lightener, which is our balayage lightener, and that's also infused with our BCC. We have our Decap Super, which is our powder lightener that can lift up to 6 levels of lift. We have our Ultra Powder that can lift up to 9 levels of lift. Our Ultra Cream, designed for our on-scalp lightening with also 9 levels of lift. And then last but not least, our Icy Toner Shampoo, which is our anti-yellow shampoo enriched with our BCC. So I hope that you love all of that information about the Lunex system. I hope it gives you everything that you need to know on how to get started and use it, or just a refresh for any of you that know any of that information. So let's go ahead and talk about our education pathway with Kemon. So education from 2025 and beyond, we have in-salon care that not only deals with scalp health, but also hair health classes, along with cutting and styling classes. We also have in-salon color. You can become a master Kemon color with 6 hands-on classes that give you different ranges, mix and matching each segment, but also a lot of high-end, trendy techniques as well. And then we do have some creativity classes. So this is really staying on top of the latest trends with high-end techniques, but these are academy style programs that can be done in the academy, but also can be brought back to the salon as well. So if you're new to Kemon, we're just gonna give you the in-salon color education pathway. So if you're interested, we're going to start off with a demo, and that's just going to demonstrate how the color works. And then we're going to go in, once you decide to bring it in, we'll have an educator come into your salon to help you transition from your old color to the new color you decide on, and they're going to spend a day with you, really give you all the theory and help you understand how to use it. If you need after that, we can do a follow-up. But then we also have expert color classes, expert blonde classes, and then more into the advanced master color classes, master blonde classes. So we really have a lot to offer anybody that's in the Kemon family. So if you want to contact us, there is Kate Bowser. She's the director of Kemon North America. She's been with the company for quite some time, as well as myself. I'm the director of education. If you need to contact either one of us, this is Kate's direct link. You can email her with any questions that are pertaining to anything other than education. If you have anything education related, please contact me at Bianca B at Solve Beauty Brands. You can also contact me on Instagram at Bianca Andrea Education. I highly recommend you guys following me on there. I'm going to bring you guys some tips, tricks, and just keep you guys excited on what is happening and what's going on in the world of Kemon here in the US. We also have our Facebook page, which is Kemon USA /# Kemon Culture, and then our website, which is KemonUS.com. So on both of these platforms, you can find some more information. Along with these classes you'll be able to find on our YouTube channel, but you also can find some more in-depth information, such as our easy guides. Our easy guides and our fact sheets are going to be able to, there are resources that you can use to just help you understand some more things that we've talked about here in these videos. So you can find those on the Facebook page or here on the website. And please go ahead and check out our YouTube channel. Don't forget to follow Kemon Official, Kemon USA. And I thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that all this information was great, and I hope to see you all in person soon. Thanks so much.